Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Let's go now.
Hurts throwing right away. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Have the street. Have the street.
Now Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on third and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards for number 11.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 1st and 10, Herbert. On the slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there out of Kamara. 45 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the Eagles at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the way they played last week defensively, when I watched the tape, I had to stop it a couple of times and count to make sure there were just 11 guys on their side of the field, because they covered every angle and thoroughly shut down the other side. Hold them just 7 points total. They do that again, that'll get the job done one more time in a big way.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
And my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
To throw again on second down. Herbert, open man is Denzel Mims. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the 41, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Coming left is Kamara. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
6 yards left on second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete right around the 8. Touchdown, Saints. Gerald Everett from 13 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Saints 14, Eagles 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Hurts on the move to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick slant to Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 2. From the gun, it's Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Let's go.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Ready.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And he's got a man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown. Chris Olave. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Eagles 17.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 1st and 10 here. If they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. from the 17. Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Here we go. Here we go.
Once again with Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On second and 10, Herbert. He completes it to Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Working with a second and 4. To the air again, Herbert. The pass caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 49 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Hold the stick. Hey, smash Bronco!
Right back to Sanders on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. He gets it to Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On first down, Hurts. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hurt. 19 right.
Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. From the 29, Jackson. He's got Watkins on the out route. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Now it's Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
60 boxes. 60 boxes.
Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Jackson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw again. And connected quickly with Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw here. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
145 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd and inches, Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. They'll get this out to Kamara. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now this throw caught left side. The 20, 10, 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Saints, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.